been a while since I've done a food pantry haul. I had to think about it for a minute there. First of all, I have one complaint. I got there a little late, which was okay because they didn't start until 5 after 10. But I ran out of the car and I forgot to lock my car, and I had a half of a cigarette that I put off to the side for myself, and I went into the food pantry, did my thing, you know, you go by numbers. I was number 12 this time, and lo and behold, I get out to the car and I was ready to get that half of a cigarette, and somebody stole that half a cigarette out of my car. I was like, what? You can't even trust anybody here to not steal anything out of your car. I mean, nothing else was stolen but that half a cigarette. I thought, really? Come on, people. So, that was that. This time, she let me pick out some of the stuff that I liked. She just told me how many I had to have and this and that. So, we got a big, huge box here and another box here. And then some of the stuff I didn't even bother boxing because they get a little ornery if you take too long to box that stuff up. So I just said forget it, and I took off, and that was the end of that. So we will start with the loose stuff that I did not box up. I ended up getting this month 2 mangoes. I love my fruit and vegetables. This one's got a little bit of a oops on it or whatever, but it's okay. It's on the peel. It's not going to hurt me. So I got 2 of those. Then I got a bag of dog food, which they don't very seldom give dog food out, but they're trying to get rid of it so they can get the new batch in, so I ended up getting a bag of dog food for my fur baby. I got a bag of mixed vegetables, and I really hope you could see all this because I'm in my porch today because the boxes were so heavy. My husband had to carry them for me, so a bag of mixed vegetables. I got a bag of herb seasoned cube stuffing, and I make my own, but store-bought is good. I love stuffing. Then I got a bag of, there are all these little individual bags of chips. They just put them in another bread bag or whatever that is, but little bags of individual corn chips. So I got that. Then, like I said, she let me pick out whatever I wanted. I got a bag of orange tomatoes and yellow tomatoes, and I've never had the orange or the yellow, so this would be, I'm sure they taste all the same, maybe, I don't know, never had it. So, bag of those. Then I got a bag of avocados, and I got 4 of those, and this one I gotta eat right away because it feels kind of mushy. I tried to get the ones that weren't all that bad. And I got those. Then I got a big old bag of carrots. you know, put them in some water. It's in a pretty good sealed bag here, so put them in some water, snack on them, cook with them. I might put some in the freezer. I don't know. We'll see what I decide to do with them. Then I got a box of Taste of the Farm Bob Evans bakery treats to go, and it looks like bagels in here, so that's pretty good. And then another bag of coffee creamer, because I ran out. And I do use them very often. So I got a bag of coffee creamer. And then, oh, I got a box of corn flakes. And it even has recipe on the back here for roasted corn and black bean salsa with baked chicken or crispy shrimp. Interesting. I can't afford to buy the shrimp, but it sounds kind of interesting. So I got a box of those. And now in this bag, I got some more frozen cherries. And I'm almost done with the other cherries that I got from last month. So I got that. And then I got 6 ears of farm fresh corn here. And if I do it up right, I could put some of them in the freezer, you know, and clean them and put them in the freezer. My husband doesn't eat them, but I will. And if anything, I can give some to my mom because they'll eat the corn. Then out of my first box here, I have some cranberry citrus crisp cookies from Girl Scouts. Got that. And I was supposed to have 4 of these, but I don't know what happened to the other ones. But we got some apple cinnamon granola cereal. And there's 4 of those. But I only have 3 right now. I don't know what happened to the 4th one. It's here somewhere. And then a bag of shredded cabbage. It is actually pretty good. You put some mushrooms and ground beef and jalapeno and some carrots, and you bake it up, and it's a pretty good meal out of it. You could even put it in the slow cooker and let all the cabbage cook up. Then we got a half a dozen of brown eggs. And there they are, brown eggs. And we go through the eggs like crazy. Then I got some breadsticks. Take and bake, it says. Breadsticks. And a loaf of Italian bread, which I'll probably keep this one out so I can have sandwiches. I got some lunch meat in the house that... Then I saw this and I thought, you know what? I can maybe make something with that. And I got some pretzel slider buns. So I thought, I hear a lot about pretzel bread and buns. So I thought, why not? get it back into the bag here, or the box. Then I got a bag of sandwich rolls. And we're always using hamburger patties and whatnot, so I got a bag of those. And they look tasty. I've never had them. I hauled them before, and they actually got real moldy the very next day. So I ended up feeding them to the birds in our yard here. So, and I thought if I, now it's stuck in the box. I thought if I put this in the freezer and used it, this is rustic French bread, and it smells wonderful. And I checked it out before I grabbed it off the shelf. It doesn't have any mold rolling on it, so I thought it sounds good. And then this is a bag of, it's a bag that you put in the oven and you cook it right in the bag, and it's a bag of garlic bread. So we're always eating garlic bread, and it says in the oven, heat it in the bag at 350, so that's cool. So I got that. Then I got a whole watermelon for myself, because my husband won't eat it. So whole watermelon, and it says it's seedless. There we go for that. Then I got some blueberry scones. I've never had scones before, but I thought that would be good to try them out. Some blueberry scones. Then I got, and that's my dog you hear in the background, some powdered sugar old-fashioned donuts. That was the junk food part of it. And then I picked up this Asian broccoli salad. Love it. The only thing about this is you have to make sure of the date. And when you're going through the food pantry, you don't have time to check the date on it. And it should be, well, it expires tomorrow. So it'll be eaten by tomorrow. So I got that. Then I got, it says, Eat Well Zucchini Rotini. And I mainly got for myself because my husband can't have the tomatoes. Either that or he'll pick the tomatoes out. It was the only ones that looked halfway decent. And I got some green onions that it looks to me like I'm going to have to cook them up right away or use them up right away because the tops are starting to look kind of old, but it's alright. Then we got a big old bag of French fries, which, by the way, I had another bag of French fries from the last food pantry, and yesterday I made a casserole out of it. I took some old chicken that a girlfriend of mine gave me, some chicken that was already cooked, and I pulled that apart. And I took the French fries and I cut them in half, and I turned it into a casserole. Some old chicken soup, and there you go. Big bag of French fries. Huge tortillas this time. We're always having tacos, and I thought that would be a good thing. is maybe I can make some tacos or burritos with some sauce. I can make up some sauce and make some weird pizzas out of that. Now, this was new to me. This is Flavor Blends Spicy Spinach. I don't know what makes it spicy, but it says spicy spinach. So it says organic baby spinach, organic pak choy, and some other stuff I have no idea. So spicy spinach, spicy. Another cauliflower, which I picked the best one out of it. The leaves are a little brown, but I could pick that off. But the top is pretty good. A 4-pack of Light and Fit Dannon yogurt, 2 peach and 2 strawberry, and I do like my yogurt. Like I said though, you have to check the dates on them, and when you're in line you don't have time to check the dates. Some ready-made burgers. My niece loves those. These are square burgers, some of them are, but ready-made burgers. This is a whole bag of mushrooms, and they're fresh cut mushrooms. And it's a whole, I don't know if you can see in there, but it's a whole bag of them. It's like half up. Love me some mushrooms. Whole bag. A few bananas. Good for the leg cramps, you know. Some cranberry juice, which is concentrated cranberry juice. You know, you gotta add your sugar and whatnot. And so I'm gonna have to start putting them in the freezer because I have quite a few things of cranberry juice. And I got some grape tomatoes, and this was the best one out of there because they don't refrigerate any of their stuff. They just put it out on the table. Some ground beef. That'll go good with the spinach or the cabbage. So a tube of ground beef. Then I got some zucchini, and I picked up 3 of those. They're little. They're not huge zucchinis. I love fresh vegetables. I really do. It just makes your meal much better, you know? Then I got another box of spaghetti noodles. Dakota Growers Pasta Company. That's who they're by. Another box of those. See? I told you. Here's my other granola. Found it. I got a pile of stuff going on here. And then I got 3 of these. She said they were brats in a bun. And you just heat them up. So that'll probably be for lunch today. And they got these little poppy seeds on them. So I got 3 of those. Starting to run out of room, all. I saw this and I thought, this might be good with my cabbage and my ground beef. Never know. And it says Gordon Signature Balsamic Onion Glaze. I'm telling you, they got some weird stuff at the food pantry. I have never heard of it, never seen it in a grocery store. If anybody has seen it, let me know, because I have never seen it, never heard of it. And I got a couple cans of, French style green beans. Now I could take the mushrooms and the French style green beans, and if I had like beef chunks and, well, I'll get to it in a minute, but the French style green beans, whole corn, no salt added, which is good. You know, you could add your own salt if you want. Tomato soup, which I use by the ton. Very young, small, sweet peas. Some more French style green beans, no salt added. And yes, oh yes, peanut butter. That's partly my dog's treat too. When I give her a treat, sometimes I'll have peanut butter and crackers, and I'll give her some peanut butter. She loves peanut butter. I spoil my dog. Some carrots. Some spaghetti sauce, which I use quite often. Okay, I did the tomato soup. Some grapefruit juice, which I can't have, but when they're handing you all this stuff, you know. And then we were able to pick out a drink, and they didn't have anything very... This is authentic Mexican chocolate drink. So I have never tried it, and I thought I would. And then we got our box milk, which is, I use it for creamer in my coffee. It's 1% milk. I use that. And then we got some bow tie pasta. I thought that was kind of interesting. Then we got a whole gallon of milk, fat-free vitamin A and D milk. Country Fresh Dairy Pure Fat-Free Vitamin A and D milk. So maybe my husband will have some because he likes vitamin A and D milk. And 2 cantaloupes, which I'll be cutting them up and putting them in a container. 2 cantaloupes. And a big old container of beef sausage, which you can cook them up, but my husband will probably want them for a snack. But beef sausage. And that was it. That is all that I got from the food pantry, y'all. No chicken this time. The freezers were actually bare. And like I said before, if you don't get to the food pantry in the beginning of the month, you're shit out of luck, because you get what you get, and that's it. And It's okay though. I like my vegetables and my fruit and stuff like that. Excuse me. So it'll go to good use. And I was thinking that my next video I might show you some of the things that I make with the food pantry food. So who knows? Who knows? But anyways, that is the end of my video. I hope you all have a good rest of the day. I hope your Monday is a good one. And be good to one another. Love one another like you would want them to love you. Or care about them like you would want someone to care about you. And above all, be happy, be healthy. Peace out, y'all.